Good morning, Twin Cities. Up and Adam. I'm Jack Tomzak. That's Andrew Lee.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Good morning.
And that
It's a melancholy Monday.
it's lump.
No?
No.
No.
It's not. Stan.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Stan. Nice to see you.
I feel like I just left from here.
You kind of did. You were here all weekend.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for filling in for Lump on very short notice.
Lump just didn't show up today. That's it. I don't know where she is.
It's not.
No phone calls, no emails.
It's not true.
I hope she's okay.
We heard from Lump yesterday. We know where she is. You're just fooling.
No, we don't. Theater of the mind, Andrew.
The video feed's going to be ugly today. I know that much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody's going to watch this.
Nope. I might just use old footage
One. Right.
of Lump sitting there and answering the phone, and yeah. But she'll be back, hopefully, tomorrow.
Can you turn my Next Gen pod on, please?
I don't know what that means, but I know Stan does.
Stan's got it covered. He knows what he's doing in there. So it's a melancholy Monday. Vikings lost yesterday. Woke up to the news of David Bowie passing away this morning. Rock icon. One of my favorites. Sad to hear.
I'm aware of David Bowie,
Yeah.
though not a fan, not a fan, just not somebody that I guess I could probably name a few songs.
Sure. I think David Bowie he's got such an eclectic and diverse catalog of music that you'd be hard pressed to not find a song, that you would like. I think everybody can probably find a David Bowie song that they would dig,
Sure.
because he hit on so many different styles over the course of his career.
Yeah.
He did straight up rock and roll, he did pop, he did sort of experimental music. I mean, he went through so many phases of music.
Sure.
Electronic music. I mean, whatever you're into, David Bowie probably did a little bit of it.
Started an internet service provider in 1998.
What?
BowieNet.
I have no idea what you're talking
Kidding.
about.
True story. That happened.
So, 69 years old, had a year-long battle with cancer, and passed away yesterday, actually.
Wow.
And we learned about it early this morning. And he released an album on Friday.
Yeah, I
didn't
believe
know that.
he knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'd given him a certain amount of time, and he ended up getting more out of that than he expected. But yeah, and apparently it's a very good album.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely check it out.
Well, let me know. Let me know if it's a good album or a good album if you are a David Bowie fan.
There's a really great documentary called 5 Years.
Okay.
And it was released by, I believe, Showtime. Released it last year. And it covers a 5-year period of David Bowie's career, sort of late 70s into early 80s.
Okay.
And he released 5 albums
Sure.
over the course of those years. And every album was distinctly different from the last one. It was, he put on, he just went from music style, went through all these different phases. And they're all fantastic albums for whatever genre they happen to be in. You may like one more than the other. I may like a different one, and so on. But it's a really fascinating, lot of great studio footage, a lot of great concert footage, a lot of great interviews with the studio musicians that he was working with that talk about sort of his process of putting music together and how he got the sounds that he wanted. Really cool documentary. I'd recommend going to check it out. It's called 5 Years.
Put that on the list. Did you get outside at all this weekend?
As little as possible. It was cold. It still is. Yeah, no, as little as possible.
Yeah, I went out to a birthday party thing at a bowling alley on Saturday night.
Okay.
And
how was that?
it was bowling. So I didn't. I look at bowling like I look at the lottery. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you win.
Right.
Just don't.
I did not win the Powerball.
Me neither. Because I didn't buy a ticket.
I actually did. I bought a few. I bought like 3 tickets, I think.
I intended
Never even looked at the numbers. I may have like a $1 million ticket sitting in my wallet. I never even looked.
Where's your wallet?
There was no winners, so I didn't even bother to look.
No big winners. I'll check for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, I went out on Saturday night. Not something I do all that frequently, and went to go start the car for my lovely wife. So she get into a warm car, and man, it was 2 below, and it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and warmer than it was during Sunday's football game, which we'll get into after the break. But this is a bad place to live.
This is a rough time.
Yeah.
Well, you knew this was coming. We've had a very mild winter up until now. Not a lot of snow. Temperatures have been relatively mild. But you know this is coming. You know we're not going to get through a winter without at least a week or two of frigid 0 and sub-zero type temperatures.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So cross your fingers. Hopefully this is short and it won't happen again. This is our hit. But yeah, it was a cold, cold weekend. It's still very cold this morning.
Yeah.
Ice on the roadways. Be careful out there.
Lump went to Florida.
Yeah.
And ended up having difficulties with
So envious of her
the
now.
return flight yesterday and ended up not happening, and hopefully we'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah, there was a problem
But
with a dog.
prior to there being a problem with the flight, she had said to us, it's nice down here, and they've got horses, and I think I'm going to stay.
Right. She was texting us yesterday going, I don't know if I'm coming back, guys.
And now she didn't. No, I believe her story that there are airplane issues, but how unfortunate, especially for a younger, more self-conscious people pleaser, to make that joke and then suddenly not be able to come home.
An hour later, be like, guys.
The joke? I was just kidding.
I seriously was joking earlier.
Here's the truth. I'm not coming back. Yes, there are still ponies, and yes, it is warm, but it is unrelated to that.
Odds that she'll be here tomorrow. Stan, you might want to be on call
Just
for
be
tomorrow.
ready.
I'll be ready.
You might want to be ready.
I don't know if my car will be ready,
Well,
but
don't leave that room.
Yeah, just stay there
Don't leave that room.
until we give you the green light.
I've had days like that here to believe it.
I do believe it. I'm having car issues now. I emailed my mechanic. I think it is a minor thing, but it's heat related.
Mm-hmm.
My car doesn't heat.
Like the heater.
Coolant or something. And I'm
So
like, dude, it's really cold out. Why would I want coolant in my car? But I'm going to trust the experts on this one.
Yeah.
All right, later on in today's show, going to do some mandatory listing. Voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen, in at 7:40. At 8 o'clock, Andy Aplikowski, a special election Senate candidate. We talked to Jim Abler last week. Andy Aplikowski is the other person in the Republican primary tomorrow. And we will talk guns. What's at the top of the news bag?
Vikings lost yesterday.
What?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
A football game?
Yeah, a football game happened yesterday with a very, very disappointing ending. We will run through that. We've got an update on the potential of a special session, on Real ID, all sorts of good stuff.
With the Vikings losing, I'm going to check to see if any other teams won.
I bet,
yesterday.
I'm sure you are.
All that and more when we return.